Everyone, we are back again with a new series of class 8 computer science chapter wise explanation. Today we are going to start our chapter number 1, that is networking concepts. So here we start. So let us see. You can understand that what is a network. Basically a network means connection of something. Okay, when we are connecting more than two roads, that will be the network of roads. When we are connecting the railway lines, it will be the network of railway lines. So like this, we have computer network also. So let us see what is the computer network. We will be moving ahead with this. Let us hear what we are going to study in this video. We will be studying about computer network. We will be studying about components of computer network, means what are the things that we basically required for making a computer network, and advantages of networking. So basically, what is network? A computer network can be defined as a group of computers and other peripheral devices. So what is there? Let me show you one picture. This is a computer. This is also a computer, as well as here this there are three computers and two devices, two peripheral devices. Peripheral devices means which are connected to the computers. So here these all the devices, means computer as well as peripheral devices, are connected to each other. So it will be called as a network. So you can see here, computer network can be defined as a group of computers and other peripheral devices, and those group of computers and other peripheral devices are interlinked. So basically what we can say, a network is a group of computer and other peripheral devices which are interlinked, or we can say interconnected to each other. Now let us move to the next slide here, that is network communication system, or we can say the components of a network. Here the first thing is that message. If the message will not be there, or the information will not be there, what will you share with the receiver, or the other person? So information or message should be there. So basically message is a information that is to be communicated with the other person. The next is that is sender. It is a device, or we can say it is a computer, mobile phone, or laptop, by which you can send the message. To whom you can send the message? To receiver. Who will be the receiver? Receiver will also be the same thing, computer, mobile phone, or a laptop, or any device which can receive the messages or information over the internet. Next, these are the three main, we can say, components. But one more component will be required for that, the transmission medium. Okay, what is transmission medium? This is a physical path through which the message or information travel from sender to receiver. As you can see here in this picture, this is a sender and this is a receiver. Suppose sender is having any message with it, and the message is sent to the receiver. So if there is no medium, or we can say the medium will be including that cable connection or wireless connection. Okay, so other types, we can say, for the other types of medium, that can be the twisted pair cable we are using fiber optic cable, or in the form of Wi-Fi, we can say radio waves we are using, or the some other common examples of transmission medium, that will be consisting of cables as well as Wi-Fi. So basically we have these four main networking components, and one more networking component is there, that is known as protocol. Protocol will require to exchange the communication exchange the communicating information between two devices. So that can be the protocol. Then there can be the two types of protocol in a network, that is HTTP and IP. IP will stand for internet protocol and HTTP will stands for hypertext transfer protocol. While again I'm writing here IP and HTTP. IP stands for IP stands for internet protocol and HTTP stands for hypertext transfer protocol. IP is used to connect the computers to the internet, while HTTP is used to show the information in the form of images, text, audio, video, or links. So let us see the third topic of this video, that is advantages of networking. So the first advantage is that efficient use of storage media. So let us take an example of a network. Here that picture we have seen, this one. Let us see here, suppose the computer A is the main computer here and it is having all the data with it. Okay, computer C requires something and it can ask to this computer and this computer will provide it back. Okay, again the same thing, if the computer B is asking to A, it will also be providing the same thing to the B also. So basically what I want to say, when we are storing same thing in the different places, it will take a lot of space in all the computers or on the different places. But if we are storing all the data at one place and we are accessing, so that means we are using, we can say we are having efficient use of storage media. We are storing the, we can say we are storing the information at main computer and we can access it easily from the other computers. So you can say computer A might have the large storage, but the computer B and C can work in less storage also. The next is preserving information, or we can say, yes, the next is reduction in hardware cost. So the same thing is there. If the data can be stored in a main computer, so other computers will not require more hardware like hard disk and all. And one more thing, suppose if you can access the data, then you can also access the peripheral devices like printer or speaker. Suppose if computer, again you can say computer A, B, C are there and computer A is the main computer, computer B want to print something and the printer is connected with computer A, so computer B can easily access the printer from computer A in a network, so that it will also reduce the hardware cost to have the printer in all the computer if it is there in the main computer. Okay, efficiency, it increase the efficiency of doing work. The work can be done faster. Next is redundancy. Redundancy means not copying the data, not having the copy of the data. It reduces the, redundancy, we can say. Basically what happens, when we are having the different computers, we can have the different same file in the different computers, but when we are making one computer as a main computer, so we will be having all the data in one computer, so that will be reducing the copying of, means reducing the copies of data, okay, or the information. That is known as the redundancy. Preserving information. What is preserving information? It is very difficult to make backups of number of computers. There are suppose thousands of computer and you are taking a backup of thousands of computers in the different computers, so it will be a time taking process. But if you have only one main computers and other computers are connected with it, so if you are making any backups in main computer, so that backup will remain only in the main computer, so it can be done in very less time also. So I think I have to finish it here. That is enough for today. Other topics will be covered in the next video. Till then, subscribe the channel and like the video for the upcoming videos.